door, so it's just time to get out.
I made the decision early Tuesday morning to get up and head this way.
It was mandatory evacuation, or I could stay on my own if I want to, but we have a kid in a wheelchair. He has quite a bit so we had to leave.
Here at the AccuWeather Network, I'm meteorologist Bernie Rayno. The Carolinas bracing for Hurricane Florence. Lots of different changes in all kind of transportation and schedules today. The Charleston Area Regional Transportation Authority has suspended all operations until further notice.
Yeah, folks that are in a safe spot, we really want you to stay in that safe spot. As far as the airports go, officially Myrtle Beach is open, but all flights are canceled. Charleston closed the runways, and even in places as far north as, say, Norfolk, Virginia, even though the airport is open, there have been many flight cancellations.
We got you covered today with Florence. We have all of our team coverage. Cheryl Nelson. We also have Reed Timmer. We have Jonathan Petramala, Ken Vernon. They are spread out in the path of Florence. We have also all the experts that have been working here for decades, including our founder and president Dr. Joel Myers. He taught at Penn State meteorology for years. Here's his thoughts on Florence.
This storm will be around for a week or more. We've been watching it and warning about it since last Tuesday or Wednesday. It's going to be done with us till next Tuesday or Wednesday. That's a full 2 weeks that we've been talking about Hurricane Florence.
And right now it's inside 200 miles east-southeast of Wilmington, North Carolina. I'll tell you what, Laura and I were just looking at this satellite picture here. It appears to us that Florence has certainly maintained its strength, but it looks a little more robust than it did about 4 or 5 hours ago. The movement northwest at 12 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the radar here. You know, Laura, we can see these bands now, these outer bands of the heavy rain now starting to push toward Cape Lookout, and it's continuing to rotate in to the south and southeast there.
So the impacts of this being felt far ahead of where the actual center of the storm is. And this was something that even Reed was mentioning earlier. You don't just focus on the maximum wind speed. It's not the only thing that is important. And in this case, the wind field is so large.
It is. It's out well over 150 miles, even on the northwest side. By the way, Tornado Watch is out until 9 o'clock. From Kill Devil Hills all the way down the North Carolina coast. It does not include Wilmington. It includes down toward the Emerald Isle area as well. All right. Right now, I'm going to take you out to Jonathan Petramala in team coverage. Jonathan, you're down in Myrtle Beach. Right now, we think the worst of the conditions will be off to your north, but that's a big statement because look what's going on behind you right now. It doesn't look very nice.
Yeah, you can really feel the energy here increasing over the last 24 hours or so, especially in the sea. Like you said, the waves getting a little angry. It's like kind of that churning of the water, and that has definitely increased since we first got here yesterday at noon. A little hopeful of a sign, though, this morning. We see a little bit of sunshine out there in the distance, a little clear spot in the clouds. It's been a very gray morning here. We haven't had any rain so far this morning. It's just been a little breezy. It's been gray, and we've had a building of the surf like we've seen. But if you look around, there's nobody on the beach. This is a tourist hotspot. This is Myrtle Beach, guys, and typically you would have a few people at least on the beach enjoying what they have in the morning, but not today. Most folks evacuated a couple of days ago ahead of this, one of the largest evacuations ever in our country's history, and so this is a ghost town. Everything is closed down, boarded up, and so folks are hunkering down if they did decide to stay. I did talk to a gentleman a few minutes ago. He was walking with his little dog, and the reason he says he didn't evacuate is because most shelters won't take pets. Still, you really needed to heed these warnings just because of the conditions that this could bring. Storm surge 90 feet or greater in this area forecasted by the National Hurricane Center. Of course, you have the winds, and then afterwards, all that rain that we're expecting, guys.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan, hang tight. We'll be with you throughout the morning hours. All right. We're going to continue to watch Florence move to the northwest, and then it is going to be stalling, making landfall near Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, tomorrow morning. We're going to take you down the coast. Initially, Charleston, South Carolina will not bear the brunt initially, but we have to look out as we head toward the weekend. And Kenna, our people taking Florence seriously this far south?
Absolutely we are, Bernie. I want to show you behind me. This is Pier 1, and it's all boarded up, as you can see here. They're not taking any chances. You see the whole building is closed. And you know what? This whole town over here looks just like this. I want you to take a look. This is one of the main roads here. Hardly any cars. It's like a ghost town. This is the morning hour commute. Nobody's here. You can't even buy a bottle of water. All the stores are closed, and it's just very dead out here. Everybody's taking it very seriously. This area was evacuated. Now I've been told that there's about 30 shelters that people can go to, and they can hold up to 35,000 people. So people are taking it seriously. They're making sure that they're staying safe. And even our hotel told us, they said, if we get evacuated, you guys are going to have to pack up and get out here very soon.
All right, Ken, we'll be back with you later on this morning. It is going to be the North Carolina coast that is going to bear the brunt of Florence, at least until Saturday. Here's the area we're most concerned about for catastrophic damage from Nags Head on south toward Carolina Beach, including Bald Head Island, North Carolina. Storm surge 10 to 15 feet, destructive wave, wind gusts up over 110 miles per hour, and extreme rainfall. All right, meanwhile, we're going to keep you updated with the rest of the tropics. Boy, is it busy. We're in the heart of hurricane season, Laura, and we've got many storms to keep an eye on.
Bernie, there are four named storms out of the Atlantic Basin right now, and we're watching a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico. So, of course, there's Florence. We have Joyce, and we also have Helene. Let's focus in on Isaac, because later on this morning, it approaches the Lesser Antilles from the east. Now, Isaac really doesn't have much definition. In fact, the circulation found by hurricane hunters very, very weak. It is visible. It is noticeable from 850 millibars down to the surface, but that's it. So we'll watch this to see if it can even maintain the strength of 45 miles per hour as we go through the rest of today. But from Guadalupe to Dominica, Martinique, still tropical storm warnings in place there for the northern leeward. We do have tropical storm watches. These do not include the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, but could you see a little bit of rain? Sure, it's possible that far to the south. Here's the track again, late this morning into the early afternoon, crossing the Lesser Antilles, pushing its way into the Caribbean. Look what happens here early next week. It is near the Caymans, south of Jamaica. We have to watch this closely. Also, rain currently falling along the coastal bend of Texas. This is a tropical surge, but it has been very wet as of late. So as we monitor that potential disturbance that is over the Gulf of Mexico right now, we're worried it could add to some of these rainfall totals. Stay tuned. We have team coverage on Hurricane Florence.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go for right now. I gotta go pull in my garbage can. They just came and emptied it. I don't want a flying projectile through a window. God bless. I'll do this again
he
soon.
introduced me to power swabs, and I
Be
saw
safe
how
out there.
effective they were and how easy they were to use. I